Case study: Malaysia Airlines is the flag carrier of Malaysia and a member of the One World Airline Alliance. Malaysia Airlines has a long and proud history of a product and brand synonymous with outstanding, warm hospitality. It has an impeccable track record of contributing to national development and has been a talent factory for skilled employees, especially its engineers, pilots, and cabin crew. The airline has served as a critical enabler to connect Malaysia to the world while simultaneously integrating the nation. As a global network, it offers the best way to fly to from and around Malaysia. Functional decomposition: Malaysia Airlines separated by 5 interfaces, which are flights, hotels, my trip, flight status, login, and sign up.
Requirement car. The system should be able to choose date and time for pickup point or airport and the age of the user registration. User register with the website by providing the necessary details. User login. User logs into website by using user registration detail. Ticket purchasing. User can purchase ticket by using ticket vending machine. Selection available. Must enable the user to choose the date, time, place, and the flight. Checking availability. The system should display the price of the ticket for the trip. Flight status. System should allow user to access the detail about the arrival and the departure time of the flight. Check-in too. User can get mobile boarding pass by confirming email. Non-functional requirement. Safety requirement. Provide thief protection during service period to ensure user safety. Security requirement. User log into the system for their own reservation information and modification. Performance requirement. Response should be less than 2 seconds. Usability requirement. Maintain customer information in case of emergency.
The user interface discovered are search engine, flight, my trip, flight and hotel, flight status, and car. The unfollowed design principles are shown as below. Firstly, great design is invisible. A curious property of great design is that it usually goes unnoticed by the people who use it. Secondly, progressive disclosure. Enough information to allow them the choice, then dive into detail or on a subsequent screen. Thirdly, highlights colors. For long reading or extended screen hours, use light or muted background colors, saving brighter hues for your accent colors. Next, minimal surprise. The interface designed to not surprise the users and be as obvious as possible. Then, it will be user diversity. Interface facilities for different types of user should be supported. And last, busy user interface. The screen space of the system looks crowded.
There are 6 API used in Malaysia Airlines. First of all, Search API. It allows users to search from a menu and type the search phrase into a free text field. Then, Flight Status API. It allows the user to check on the flight schedule through the cities or the flight number. Also, Clear Trip Hotel API. It provides developer access to the hotel search and booking functionality. Also, Car Registration API. It gets information about the car type, model, and number plate of the car and the car insurance. Also, Airport Schedule API. It allows the user enter booking reference and last name to web check-in that available from 48 hours and up to 90 minutes before departure. Last is flight booking API. It helps the user search more information about the flight to book the ticket. These are the APIs suggested on Malaysia Airlines. First is Datetime API. It's a set of packages that model the most important aspects of date and time to user. Second is Help Center API. It's any general mechanism and conventions such as pagination and authentication and are considered implied in this text. Third is Google Map Place API. It's available apps for place search, detail, photo, and autocomplete queries. Then is Aero Data Box API. It's an aviation API with useful and unique feature for aviation-related application. Also, Yatra API. It ensures the latest information about the adherence to the flight schedule of whichever domestic flight you or your accomplice are taking. Last is Car XE API. It's a booking of the car are completely free and we just have to make call to make a booking and get fast response from the team.
Application Programming Interface API used. First one, Search API. This is a private API provided by Malaysia Airlines which allows users to search from a menu and type the search phrase into a free text field. The API allows user enter simple to data which is easy to use and checkable. It helps users able to find out the result they want by simply entering keyword provided by user. If the searching results or data are not available in this website, the message will show out has no result were found for your query as the screenshot above. The second API used, which is Flight Booking API, have the users search more information about flight to book ticket. The API allows users to enter destination, departure and return date, passenger and cabin class to book a ticket. The API suggested Datetime API. The Datetime APIs introduced in JDK8 are a set of packages that model the most important aspects of date and time. The core classes in the Java time package use the calendar system defined in ISO 8601 based on the Gregorian calendar system as the default calendar. API suggested Help Center API. The Help Center API is part of the Zendesk V2 API. Any general mechanism and conventions such as pagination and authentication work as described in the Zendesk V2 API documentation and are considered implied in this text. Third API used is ClearTrip Hotel API. ClearTrip provides booking for flights, hotels and trains as well as other travel services across the world. The ClearTrip Hotel API provides developers access to the hotel search and booking functionalities of ClearTrip. You can search for hotels, get more information, book a hotel, view the itinerary and even cancel hotels all from the ClearTrip Hotel API interface. The API suggested is Google Maps Places API. The Google Maps Places API is a service that returns information about a place, an establishment, a geographic location, or prominent point of interest using an HTTP request. Place requests specify location as latitude or longitude coordinates. Methods are available for place search, details, photos, and autocomplete queries. This will help the user to search the place they want to go. API suggested Aero Data Box API. API is currently under active development and many features are not yet released or in beta stage right now. Aero Data Box API is an aviation API with useful and unique features for your aviation related application. This includes Aircraft API, Airports API, and Flights API. API suggested is Yatra API, able to see the flight status for Indigo, SpiceJet, Jet Airways, Air India, and Go Air Airlines. This will ensure the latest information about the adherence to the flight schedule of whichever domestic flight you or your accomplices are taking. With the vast service of international flights, you can track information of various international routes. The Emirates, Lufthansa, British Airways, Cathay Pacific, Singapore Airlines, Air India Express, Air France, and Thai Airways. Malaysia Airlines flight status can also be checked easily.
Malaysia Airlines new UI for flight justification. First, the new design website of Malaysia Airlines in-flight component have the zoom in and out icon to allow the user can zoom in and out of the size to overcome the seeing problem by any users. Second, allow the user can check the time while booking a ticket and the time will always update to the newest. Third, help the center to give guidance to user to book ticket when user click question button. And the last, the new design website of Malaysia Airlines in flight component, the plain text of return, one way and multi-city become button shape. It can let the user save time, direct understand and make less confused to them. Second, progressive disclosure. A curious property of great design is that it usually goes unnoticed by the people who use it. Third, highlights color. Show only what is necessary on each screen. Malaysia Airlines new UI. Based on the diagram, the popular search should be provided to the users so that users can more clearly about they wanted to search. For the unfollow, first recoverability. The system should provide some resilience to user errors and allow the user to recover for errors. Second, minimal surprise. Minimal surprise means that the system will go by the user expectation. If a command operates in a known way, the user should be able to predict the operation of comparable commands. Third, user diversity. Interaction facilities for different types of users should be supported. Malaysia Airlines new UI for flight and hotel. Justification. First, the new design of Malaysia Airlines had added on a question mark button at the right top side to help anyone who do not know how to use the service. Second, the new design of Malaysia Airlines had added on a table graph. It functioned to list down the selection of hotels in more detailed way. Third, the new design of Malaysia Airlines also consists the information of ground transport. It will make the user understanding when will transport arrive.
Malaysia Airlines new UI for My Trip. Justification 1. Scheduled departure arrive delay to easier user. Calendar needed by user for booking or look another flight. Question mark button added for user need help or want to ask any question. 3. Busy user interface. Crowded screens are difficult to understand and hence are difficult to use. The screen space of the system looks crowded and user might get confused. Malaysia Airlines new UI. 1. The new design website of Malaysia Airlines for the flight status component will let the users to know about dates of the flights and schedule to their cities of their preference. 2. A new feature which is inserted in the website is the time which can give the user clear time scheduling of the flights. 3. The flight detail feature is inserted here with the users look at the flight status through the flight number icon. Malaysia Airlines new UI for car. Justification 1. This new design website of Malaysia Airlines in car component give user to know their date of pickup and drop-off date as well as day. This new design website of Malaysia Airlines also allow user to choose their preferred car. 3. This new design website of Malaysia Airlines allow user to know the detail about the car and driver that they are booking, such as the car's name and driver's rate.